I'm going to start off by playing some Rhodes. I'm going to create a clip here. I'm going to set my tap and we'll record that in. Now I'm going to add in a synth line to fill in some melody with that chord. Okay, so I'm kind of hearing a little melody there with that synth line that we're going to do. All right, after we add in some melody and we have the chords, now we're going to lay down a bass line. To make sure this bass line is slapping, I'm going to come over to our electric bass. I'm going to turn up the amp source mix just a little bit, and I'm going to turn on our EQ for our amp section, turn on reamp, and I'm going to give this a little bit of volume. So I like that. So now let's add another melody line. We're going to use a polytone this time. And I think for a sound, we're going to go for like a key, something that's a little softer. All right, let's turn the polytone down. See our polytone here. Let's turn our polytone down and remove some of those frequencies as well, so it's not as heavy. So now I want to add some piano. All right, so here is a place where we can use one of Reason's newest players. Now, I could go into the contact library and I could change the pedal action, because right now the pedal action is set to turn on the rotary, and I actually kind of like that. So for example, if I play a chord and then I press my pedal, see, it activates that rotary. So I kind of want to keep that action, and instead I'm going to use Reason's newest player. So the new player that they have here is the note tool. So I'm going to add in note tool. With the new player tool, note tool, they have a function where you can hold the note. And what it's doing is it will hold whatever note or chord until you play the next note or chord. So if I play a chord, it will hold that chord. And if I play a note, it it will cease that chord that was played, and then it will play the next note. So I can do chords only, or I can do notes only, right? Or I could do a combination. So we're going to use Note Tool to hold down our notes instead of our sustain pedal, and we'll go ahead and add that into the track. So now that we got a basis for our track, let's start adding in some drums. Now we have a good mix going. Let's add in some strings. What goes best with strings? None other than horns. So since we have some session strings from Kontakt, let's also go ahead and add in some session horns as well. Session strings, session horns. I'm just going to separate these hi-hats from these drums real quick. Hi-hats from the kick, kick from the snare, snare from the, you get the idea. Okay, go in here, separate this kick drum pattern. Move, select the notes to new lane. Duplicate the instrument. Reason will do all the work for you in terms of moving that stuff over, and then we just keep the claps and remove the other part from the other track. So now we have a full separation. We'll do one more duplicate of those drums so that way we can add a percussion lane. So we'll duplicate, we'll delete that, and then we'll add in some more percussion on those drums. Depending on how we create it, but essentially I just want the crash to be the first thing you hear, and then we'll come in with the other things. So not even there, like here. I like that. We'll turn that crash down a little. That's cool. That's banging right there.